Texans and the Texas State Fair. Played here since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. For nearly a century, this venue has stood on the grounds of the Texas State Fair. Glad to have you with us from the Cotton Bowl. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Hey guys, checking in with the Texas head coach before the game. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Guys?
Holly, thank you. The Longhorns ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Under pressure. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Intercepted, and he's got a huge lane in front of him. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. Suddenly, with an opportunity it couldn't have expected, with a first and goal after the pick. Here's Manning to throw. Rolls right. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Longhorn! The first points of the day. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. A game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him. Last week, man, he had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Still looking to his right. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on fourth down. On the move. Plows through the defense. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
You know, you go for it on 4th and inches in this fringe area of the field in your opponent's territory. I'd be curious to see if on the next play now, they're going to try and take a shot and see if they can catch the defense sleeping.
Drops back on first down. Fires to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Thomas. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
And this offense early, man, just clicking on all cylinders, right? Like, great job putting play after play together. Play that works with the next one, that works with the next one. And it's been a clinic on this drive so far.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. Direct snap. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's third and goal from the 6. To throw, it's Mateer. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. The corners are walked up tight. Running behind that left side. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day 1.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keep it on the ground. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. After using it early, 2 left for them to spend. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
They'll send the back in motion. Drops back. It's Mateer. The screen. He's got wheels. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. From the gun. Look out! Fires downfield. Got it! Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. Tough run here. It's Splaylock. Nowhere to go.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. He'll take it himself. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Quarterback signaling to his guy. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one is perfect. That brings them to within 1.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. Manning on play action. Rush right in his face. Had it in his hands and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Throwing Manning. Left side is Lockett. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You bring in Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, we didn't even mention the running backs when you bring in two who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like, it's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it grows.
Hand off for Brown. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
You know, God bless Texas, because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no, they got two great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities, I expect Texas to be able to run the football. And Jesse...
Caught, and he's got room. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And that's a really good job by the quarterback, man. You run the play action, you want to take a shot. Nice job taking the check down. Running back does the rest and chews up some yardage.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. Looking for space. It's Simon. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Manning. Oh, pressure's coming. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. This third down a little longer after that penalty. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Splits the uprights, it's good. They take a 4-point lead here in the second.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Right side, it's Blaylock. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the... And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Sooners.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Gets away from one, finds room. Runs through a man. He might have some space. Touchdown, Longhorns! He got a step and just dusted the field. Try the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Play this game in the shadow of Big Tex. You can get a corny dog out there, play carnival games, and see one of the great rivalries in the sport, David.
It's crazy. You literally walk outside of the stadium, and there are thousands upon thousands of people. They don't even realize a football game's going on, Jesse. They're just having a good time.
You're right. It's part of what makes this game so special. The Red River rivalry, there's just so much fanfare. There's so much tradition. And remember, with bragging rights on the line, this thing just means more.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
The Sooners come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Back's got it on the screen. Turning it on! He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry up.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Fresh center downs going to the air. It's complete to the left. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Play action, here's Manning. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Second and long here. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Here's Arch to throw. He's going for it all. Intercepted deep in his own end. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Timeout is called. Make sure everybody's on the same page. Play clock was down to 4. Now the brain trust will go to work on both sidelines. Quarterback changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Out wide left, it's Sategna. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. Snap it to the back. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up. Out wide right, it's Sategna. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. They'll take the penalty and move them back. That false start changes your mindset. Now you're second and long, 9 yards to go. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. Stop just inside the 25, will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Escapes the pressure going right. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's looking to pass. Trying to find the end zone. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Moving the pocket, it's Mateer. Into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 8 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's the Buckeyes trying to close out what would be one of the toughest wins of the season. And that's a big statement considering this team is already 6-1. Let's see if they have what it takes. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Out across the 30, marked down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Arch is going to throw for it. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Long way to go on second down. To the air, it's Manning. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a third down.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that bet, good coverage.
Third down from the gun, Manning. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Straight ahead, it's Blaylock.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Changing the routes with his receivers. Motion from the back. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. After losing track of the play clock, better keep an eye on it this time. It's 2nd and 10. Moves the pocket. It's Mateer. Turns it loose. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. At the 35, he's got room. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Running inside. It's Blaylock. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Just feeds the running back. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Sooners will hustle to the line. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. They get to him as he throws. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'll go with a direct snap. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on fourth down does not work.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
To do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To throw, Manning. Left side, it's Wingo. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Hands it off. There he goes. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. And the Longhorns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Arch Madness. Buying time to his right. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
Deep in the end zone, it's Thomas. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. To the air, it's Mateer. Makes the grab, it's Blaylock. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
And man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Wants to go up top on second down. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Making the adjustment on the play. A designed run for the quarterback. And he got it so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. One final play before the end of the quarter. Now on the move. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. A fortuitous penalty here. The defense had stopped them. This offense, thanks to the flag, will have a fresh set of downs. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Quick give. It's Blaylock. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Sets his feet. It's Mateer. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
Making the adjustment. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. Holding this 4th quarter lead, and they're going to try to finish it off with a gamble on 4th down. Fires left. Made the catch with enough for the 1st down, but he was out of bounds. Incomplete and a turnover on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the eye.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Here's Manning to throw. Flush to the left. He's going to take off. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Trying to get the corner. He'll toss it. Runs through a tackle. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the 1st down. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Throwing Manning. They'll run the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little kick route, try to get my guy open.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. He wants it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with the pick. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. So the defense sets them up for that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Stop right there.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Back to pass. It's Mateer. Got it in the middle. It's Sategna. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves to his right. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on 3rd down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge 3rd down conversion for this offense.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback keeps it. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Back's got it on the screen.
And how about that call late in the game? And I love the execution by the offensive line. They run the screen. Like, nobody's thinking screen right now. They do a good job dropping back. Quarterback buys a little bit of time, gets it to his playmaker. He does the rest. How about that play call late in the game, Palmer?
I just love the offensive line and other receivers getting downfield and getting blocks to give them an opportunity to go pick up that first down. That's tremendous effort by a lot of guys on offense to win this game and ice it.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. And the quarterback takes a knee. It was the Sooners who put the horns down in Dallas today in the Red River Showdown, and they'll take that golden hat north of the river. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.